Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Natal20 and this is Today in Gaming for the 28th of June 2011. In the headlines today, a new Xbox is to be revealed at E3 2012. Lulzsec withdraws into Anonymous, and Call of Duty Black Ops is the best-selling game in the UK ever. According to BGR.com, a source with knowledge of Microsoft's plans within the company's Entertainment and Devices division says that Microsoft will unveil the next Xbox at June 2012 at E3. Allegedly, the new Xbox has been in development since 2006, following the launch of Xbox 360 in 2005. Crytek, the developer of Crysis 2, believes that an E3 2012 release is likely, and it is rumoured that TimeSplitters 4 is in development for the next generation console, with Free Radical having been purchased by Crytek last year. In unsurprising news, following Lulzsec disbanding yesterday, it has emerged from the Anonymous IRC Twitter account that the group has withdrawn into the hood of Anonymous. Yes, my fellows, we may not be quite as funny, but we can assure you we sail in the same spirit. Lulzsec equals Anonymous, stated the Twitter account. It went further, however, saying, "We'd like to clarify again, all Lulzsec members are accounted for, nobody is hiding. Only a name was abandoned for the greater glory." With all of this being said, Lulzsec will continue to operate under the #antisec banner, despite having publicly disbanded over the weekend. Last week, a man from Essex was arrested in relation with hacking offensive, leaving people suspicious as to whether Lulzsec disbanding was related to this incident. In an unexpected move, Sony have acknowledged the link between their lawsuit against George Geo Hot Hearts and the PSN network outage. Back in May, Sony boss Howard Stringer stated that he was confused over hackers going after a free service such as PSN. However, he has since changed his tune, stating that, "We believe that we first became the subject of attack because we tried to protect our intellectual property, our content, in this case video games, in a meeting with shareholders reported by Reuters. These are our corporate assets, and there are those that don't want us to protect them. They want everything to be free," he continued. Hotz was initially taken to court because he had found a way to modify the PS3's code to allow homebrew software, which in turn could be used to pirate games. Hotz and Sony settled out of court, but not before hacktivist group Anonymous declared war upon Sony. A week after the settlement between Hotz and Sony, PSN was taken down. Whilst Anonymous denies any responsibility for the theft of PSN IDs, Sony claimed to have found a file with the Anonymous motto, "We are Legion," at the hack site. In other news, Cave Story, the cult side-scrolling platform game, was to be released on Nintendo 3DS this September. However, the release date has been pushed back to November. NIS America, the developer behind the game, has stated that they were delaying the game to make gameplay-enhancing improvements. Whilst they claim that changes will be small, they wanted to ensure that the game was made well for fans of the initial release. Cave Story was initially launched back in 2004, having been coded single-handedly by Daisuke Pixel Amaya for PC. Ports to WiiWare and DSiWare were released last year. The 3D version will have a remixed soundtrack as well as a significant graphical overhaul. Last week, Today in Gaming reported that Microsoft had paid for Western Xbox 360 exclusivity for Tales of Vesperia. This news came from Namco Bandai Europe Junior Community Manager Charlotte Tosi on Facebook, with Tosi stating, "Microsoft paid for the exclusivity the same way Sony paid for having Heavy Rain on PS3. However, Tosi has now taken to Facebook again, stating, "A few months ago, I replied to a fan who asked me why Tales of Vesperia wasn't localized in Europe on my Facebook page. I replied that it was because of a Microsoft exclusivity, thinking that that was the reason why, even though I didn't have any official information on that. I was wrong to do so, and sadly my reply was relayed on many websites, thus sharing a false information to fans around the web. I would like to send my sincere apologies to all Tales series fans I have wrongly informed, and Microsoft and Namco Bandai for any damage that might have been caused with this." This retraction, however, is unclear. Tosi claims that she responded without having any official information and is apologetic about saying anything without an official source behind it. But whether this means that Microsoft did not pay Namco remains unclear. Tosi could simply be apologising for mentioning anything pertaining to the subject at all. NetherRealm Studios have announced the latest piece of DLC for Mortal Kombat 9. Kenshi, the blind swordsman who debuted in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, will be released on the 5th of July on Xbox 360 in the US. In Europe, and for PSN, the character will go online on the 6th of July. This comes following controversy regarding the Scarlet DLC for the game, which was absent from the European PlayStation Store following the US launch. And finally, Call of Duty Black Ops has passed Modern Warfare 2 as the best-selling game ever in the UK. Black Ops has already passed that milestone in the US, but now, following 3,722,411 copies being sold in the UK, it is the most popular game ever on both sides of the Atlantic. This is unsurprising considering that the game moved 1.4 million copies on its release day alone. However, with EA set to release Battlefield 3 at the same time as Modern Warfare 3 later this year, Activision may be facing stormy waters in the future. That's it from me here at Today in Gaming. As ever, if you enjoyed the show, please subscribe to my channel and check out all of my other work over on www.vtwproductions.com. If you want to get in touch with me, you can follow me on Twitter as thenat20 or send me an email at thenat20@gmail.com. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow.